Hi there, how are you? Mm, I am currently at a challenge to myself that live uh, that is to live with uh, one live with $2 less than $2 a day, which is 10 RMB. So today I spent 10 RMB to eat like a dumpling, but it is not called dumpling. It is called how to translate that? Called the the stick to the pot. Literally, the stick to the pot. It's like the fried dumplings, but it is muffin. It is made by wheat. It is made by flour and flour. It is made by flour and and what and you know it's quite good. Um, Reasonably good. I 10 yuan for a plate, which are 12 of them. So let's talk about the environment. The American United States and President Donald Trump uh, seems to deny the existence of climate change, which I disagree. I I think the thing the most serious problem is not the climate change. Is that the realization of climate change within the population. Every human being on this planet should be aware of this issue. Well, in China, you see no sign of the realization of the climate change. Or you could see somebody talk about the climate, talk about environment, but what they what they uh, what they think is is far from the fact. So I just heard a woman talk to her kid like she said uh, she said like the everything is pollution. She said, well, she meant well. She want to raise the awareness of global climate change, but what she said is kind of it's not very scientific and it's kind of not real. So what she said was that the water we drink are pollution. The butter we use are pollution. Everything is pollution. He said like that, like because there is uh, how to say I my memory was is bad. She said everything was pollution, which is not correct. The pollution mostly caused by carbon dioxide, dioxide. I don't know what the word was spelled. I don't know. So you know, that's just me. And And what else do we talk about? Climate change, and that's all. Oh, right, Game of Thrones. I watched the Game of Thrones, and the last scene is very terrifying. The Night King, how to say, uh, I can't think of the word. The Night King revive. Bring someone to life. How to say that? Bring the dragon that Daenerys had to life with blue eyes. So I think it will be spread ice, cold ice, and everyone. She's probably going to spread ice, something like that, like the cold ice to the people, and everybody who was touched by the ice become white workers. So it must be very effective. So I think was going on next was that a lot of people will die. A lot of people will become white workers because the Night King has a white dragon, and a flying white dragon. First, it's so terrifying. So and she's so terrifying. So it's going to destroy a lot of cities, a lot of people. But in the end, let's say, actually something about the Game of Thrones that you believe in humanity, you believe in goodness, but actually that destroys all of them. I think that's the purpose of this book and this TV drama, is to destroy your moral bottom, the bottom of your moral, the bottom of the bottom of your moral. You think that, you can't do that, but she just did. He just did. If you did that, at least you won't do this, right? And at once you think he at least won't do this, but he did it. He just did it. Leave a broken you. Just the TV series going on. You were broken. So I think maybe the Night King will destroy all the people. If the Night King destroy all people, destroy Jon Snow, destroy Daenerys, so what's the point of the series? The point of TV series? I guess I didn't read the book. I couldn't read it. I couldn't understand. I tried to, but the word is too hard, and I couldn't read it. So just wait for the TV series. But the book must have told something about the storyline. So what I predict is that the Night King will destroy a lot of cities and a lot of people, and made a lot of city becomes to the icy cold winter, and the human will turn into white workers. But in the end, something magical happened between Jon Snow and the Daenerys, and Cersei plays a part in it. I don't think so. Maybe Cersei. I don't know. Cersei is just a vicious, vengeant, cruel woman. She has nothing, right, like a magical blood, magical genes within her body. So I don't think she will play any part in the destruction of the Night King. So I think the Daenerys and the Jon Snow alliance will be squeezed between the Cersei, because the Cersei is plotting against them, and Cersei is very good at plotting, and Jon Snow and the Daenerys will be at the between these two parts, Cersei and the Night King. They will lose a lot of army, lose a lot of energy, and who will win in the end? I don't think it matters anymore, right? It's a Game of Thrones. It's just a game. It's not about the end. It's about the progress. You see, so who will win in the end? It doesn't matter, right? Well, if you believe, thing is depends on what you believe, right? If you believe that humanity will win, well, humanity will win. If you believe the Night King, the evil, will win, the evil will win. You know, it depends on what you believe. It's just like life, you know, you choose sides. There are evil people and there are good people, and you just choose to be on the good side, and they just to choose on the better side. So they fight, you fight, but you think you're better than them and you're going to win in the end. To notice that, to remind you that they think so too. The evil people think so too. They think the evil will win. A lot of things that prove that throughout the history of humanity. You know, only recent, like 50 years is mostly peaceful years of all humanity, right? All humanity is constantly wars, starvation, and disease, and struggle, and killing, and be killed by animals at first, and be killed. Then we have some tools. We have some, the armies. We can defeat the nature, and people are killing people. There were a lot of wars, constantly wars in China, in Asia, in Europe. It's only been like 50, just World War II just was ended like 70, 60 years ago, right? So there only be like 50, 60, 70 years of peace of thousands, if not thousands of human history, So the evil people think they will win. The reality strikes them. The reality confirms them that evil always exists. Always, they are formidable. So the evil people will always exist, and they will be destroyed, but they won't be destroyed at all. So they will always win. They have a sense of sacrification. The word, I don't know that. So they have the sense of it. So it's like kind of Japanese culture like that. So they believe they have no fears. The white workers don't have fears, but the good people have fears. From time to time, we have fears. We fear a lot of things. So the bad people, they don't have fears, because you think that the American treated the terrorism, right? How do they treat terrorism? They make terrorists terrorized. No, you don't know that. You must know that terrorists could not be terrorized, just like the night workers, just like the white workers. They don't have fears. how do they don't have fears? It's like, the history of hundreds human history prove that the evil forces are formidable. They do not disappear at all. So if you are if you are an evil person, you think of yourself, and you think of the group of all of you, and you feel the sense of unity, right? You feel a sense of group, because from the history experience that the evil person, you yourself, you can be destroyed, easily, but all of you will not be destroyed. So you have a sense of, communism, collectivism sense of the whole world. So you do not have fears. That's something difference between the evil person and the good person. So that's what I got to say. Thank you. Bye bye.